Good morning. So today we are moving on to the last topic that will be in our folder for properties of triangles. We are ending it with the segments that are inside of a triangle and the relationships that they create. So we're going to start with a median. Make sure that if you have paper notes that you are going along and highlighting if that helps you. I know a lot of my students love to do that. So grab a highlighter, grab a pencil so that you can follow along. The first vocabulary word that we are looking at is the word median. A median is a segment that connects any vertex or a corner to the midpoint of the opposite side. Okay, so let's break that down. What is a vertex? What is a corner? Here on my first example, I'm going to use this vertex T. Right here, that is a corner. And then I'm going to create a median by connecting it to a midpoint on the other side of this triangle, K. All right, so that means that this segment, TK, is a median. One thing you maybe don't remember is what is a midpoint. So my midpoint here was K. K is a midpoint because it is right in the middle of this segment US or SU. And since it's the midpoint, it bisects the segment. And remember, the word bisect means cut in half into congruent sides. So that's why we say that SK is congruent to KU. Okay? And then same on this triangle. So this one is a little different. My midpoint is L right here. And I'm going to connect that to a vertex or a corner, which over here is Z. So ZL is my median right there. Okay, let's move forward to midsegments. Midsegments is the most important one that we will be testing on this Friday on October 28th. And to prepare for that, you really need to understand the relationship that the midsegment has in this triangle. So let's read the definition. It says a midsegment is a segment that connects the midpoints of two sides of a triangle. So who are my two midpoints in this triangle that I can see? Well, remember, a midpoint we said bisects the segment into congruent sides like it did here and over here. So who is the midpoint for this triangle? There's two midpoints. And I did label them, or I wrote the midpoints here. But if you can't see it, it's D and E. So those two midpoints are connected, and that is what is called and creates a midsegment. The midsegment connects the midpoints of a triangle, of any two sides of a triangle. Okay, let's move forward. Now this theorem, this is the relationship that is so important with midsegments. This is what it will look like on your test, and this is the example that I'm going to do with you. So write down the algebra that I do, but first let's read the theorem. It says if a segment connects the midpoints of two sides of a triangle, which is what we saw here, a segment that connects two midpoints right here. It's the same picture. I just added algebra to it. Of two sides of a triangle, then it is parallel to the third side and half the length of the third side. So it's parallel and it's half the length. So this midsegment that we saw up here, same one, is going to be half of the third side. What is the third side? The third side is here, AC. This is the third side because your other two sides right here, they were the ones that connected the midsegment with the midpoints. So your third side is this one, and it is also parallel. You can tell it's parallel because of the arrows right here. And so this is half of this length. To make life easier and to work smarter, not harder, we love to do that. This is the formula that I go straight forward to. If you like something else or if you understand it in a different way, you're more than welcome to use that. But for me, this is the easiest way. So the formula for me is that 2 times the length of the midsegment. So my midsegment is DE, this one. 2 times that length is equal to the third side, which is AC, segment AC, the length of AC. Okay. Okay, and I'm going to use that to write my formula so that I can solve for x here in this example. So 2 times segment DE, which in my image it says that DE is 3x minus 1, should be equal to the third side, which is this long side over here. And that side is 34 in length. Now that I have an equation, now I can solve for x. And let's use our strategies. Let's distribute the 2 because that is 2 times each term inside the parentheses. So 2 times 3x, 6x. 2 times negative 1, negative 2, equal to 34. Undo your operation so you can isolate x and have it alone on one side. I'm going to add 2 to both sides of my equation so that it'll cancel. Bring down the 6x. 34 plus 2 is 36. Last step. Undo multiplication by dividing. Cancel. X is equal to 6. And that is, that is how we got the answer to this problem, okay? So now you will have practice in Delta Math. Make sure that you practice because the show it is only going to be 3 questions. And we do have a quiz on Friday. So tomorrow we'll review everything that we've learned for the last 2 weeks and we will quiz on it on Friday, okay? Let me know if you have questions. Thank you.